Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Moody, your coach of the Westchester Weavers, and today we have our JBA Season 6 team preview. Yes, Season 6. Oh, I can only imagine it was a year ago when Season 1 started, and now we are all the way in Season 6. Last year we had an unfortunate season that did not make playoffs, 4-4. Very close to making playoffs. A couple things could have went here and there. You know, we still had an outside shot going into the last week, but you know, we're hoping for a good comeback season this year, and hopefully going for the goal. Goal is to make playoffs and maybe even make finals and win finals. Obviously, I want to win finals, but goals make playoffs first and foremost. But we're gonna treat every game one game at a time, and you'll be seeing the matches as they go along. I believe, I forget how many weeks we're playing. We might be playing 8 or 11. I forget. Hopefully we're playing 11. I feel better with 11, but that's just me. But this season, Jade brought back megas. Last season there was no megas. This season there are megas, but they are in tiers. So the way the tiers work, whereas you have to take, there are 7 tiers. Yeah, 7 tiers, S through 6. S1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For 7 tiers, and then you had to pick 1 through 5. You had to pick a tier 1 through 5, and then you got 6 free picks. And then if you took an S with your free pick, you had to take a 6. And if you took a 1, you had to take a 5, 2, 4, 3, 3. So you could mix and match any points you want. And I think I used my points to the best that I could. I think I got best value for him, and I really like this team. I think this team is pretty solid. There are faults to this team, but I do think it is a very high basement, low ceiling kind of team a little bit. Now, I want to say high, I wouldn't say necessarily like high. There could be like a higher ceiling with this team, but I don't know. I'll get into it later. But the first mon that I drafted an S tier mon, and I drafted Mew, and its nickname is Mewty. Yes, Mew. Why did I draft Mew? Well, Mew is one of the most customizable Pokemon in the game. It has access to every TM, which is super nice. Like look at all these moves. It is the quad killer for a reason. Mons that are quad resistant to Mew or quad weak to a particular mon, Mew just wants to eat it up. Quad weak to poison, here's that gunk shot. Quad weak to grass, take this grass knot or Giga Drain. Quad weak to fire, eat all these. Like, it is the quad killer, but not only that, it learns a lot of cool support moves. It is a nice taunt user. It is a defogger. It could get up rocks. It could soft boil. It could be ran. It learns nasty plot. It learns rock polish. It learns calm mind. Learns swords dance. It learns so many moves, and basically, like, I think having a good Mew draft is basically having everything else on your team, like having an extra defogger or hazard removal, having another wish passer, having another heal baller, having a physical attacker, a sweeper, wall breakers, and then you could just pretty much plug and play Mew and into what you need. Mew is the ultimate plug and play mon, and whatever you need it to do, it can do, and you just don't want it to be locked into a particular role for the season. Then it becomes predictable. Then that kind of takes away the point of Mew. That's why I went Mew. I actually had a lot of fun building with it or using it back in JBA Season 2. And compared to JBA Season 2, compared to this season, I'm definitely better at building, I think. So I think I'll have a little bit more fun, like customizing like the EV spreads and all that. I mean, it's based 100 across the board. Be able to tweak it to exactly how I want it. And I'm just like really excited to use it. I think it's a cool mon, and yeah, that's it. I mean, all the nickname Beauty. You know, it's a little personal nickname for me. It will stay pink because I like pink Mew better than blue Mew. Blue Mew. Blue Moo. Ooh, Mooey. Blue Moody. Ooh. But yeah, that's Mew. So with our next pick, we kind of wanted to get some defense and try a new mon that I've never tried in League and have somewhat little experience with, but I think it's really good. And we drafted Tangrowth. Yes. The way that Tangrowth was a tier 2 mon, and I was looking at tier 2, and a lot of tier 2, like a lot of the grasses were there. There was the Ferrothorns, the Shamans, there's Ferrothorn, Shaman, I think I want to say even Decidueye was, or Decidueye was, Decidueye, oh my god, Decidueye was in tier 2. I don't know that off the top, but I know Moongus was definitely in tier 2. Like, a lot of the grasses were in tier 2. And I had an opportunity to, like, kind of pick between them. But I really wanted to try Tangrowth, and Tangrowth has been making carbs, because from Tangela to Tangrowth, that's what happens when you eat a lot of carbs, boy, you get big. But looking at Tangrowth, pretty bad speed, but it is a defensive mon. It's got nice HP, nice attack for like a more defensive focused mon. 125 defense and 110 special attack, so pretty good stats. 50 special defense, kind of bad, but if you couple that with like an assault vest and you run like something like, I don't know, like max HP, max special defense, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be nice. It could be serviceable special wall, but I like Tangrowth. I like a Regenerator mon on my team. Like, Regenerator is like one of the best abilities ever for a defensive mon. Like, you don't have, I mean, you can run leftovers too, but like you don't necessarily have to run leftovers. And Tangrowth just in general just gives me a nice Leech Seed immunity and an Leech Seed user. And then it also has really cool support moves like Knockoff. It has ways to beat its counters with Earthquake, and it gets a couple other moves that are pretty cool. It gets Reflect. That's pretty sweet. I didn't know it got Reflect. Learning things new every day. It gets Sludge Bomb, which could be helpful. Sleep Powder obviously can't run Sleep Powder with Assault Vest, but it is still a useful move to have. Run something like that, and then even let's see, Pain Split. Probably would have run Pain Split, but it's pretty interesting option. It gets boosting moves and Swords Dance. If I do want to get up a Sunny Day and run like a Sunny Day Chlorophyll attack setting set, it could be an option as well. I think it's Sunny Day, right? Yep. So maybe try that, like Sunny Day, Baton Pass, all that. Jump off. And then, let's see, what else does it get? It gets Ancient Power, which is pretty cool for flying types. Body Slam, which can be really nice if you want to try to paralyze someone. I'll be running like an Assault Vest, like Body Slam. And, you know, it's just like a solid grass mon. It is the start of Fire, Water, Grass core that I do have. And I'm just like excited to use it in general. I think defensive grasses are a commodity, and I think in terms of grasses, they like really fall off after. I feel like grass, especially as a typing in like the draft league format, there's like the top tier grasses, and then there's like everybody else. There's only and then it's like a huge gap between them. So I'm just happy to get a top tier grass. So with our next pick, we used our tier 3 free pick, or tier 3 like required pick, I guess, for a water type. We used it for Tentacruel, the Cruel Summer Tentacruel. Yes, Cruel Summer, because if you get stung by a jellyfish, you going have not a fun summer. You're not having a good summer. But why did I get Tentacruel? Well, I got Tentacruel for primary Rapid Spin support. Rapid Spin, giving it an extra hazard removal for the Mew, and also I kind of wanted like a nice water type. I mean, it doesn't get any recovery, but that being said, it has very nice stats in terms of 120 SPDF, 80 HP, and 65 defense is kind of bad, but with investment, you know, you can make it work. Okay, special attack for a defensive mon like Tentacruel. It has a nice typing in Water Poison with the ability Liquid Ooze, so it can beat grass types depending on what they're running. And it also has access to pretty cool support moves like Knockoff, Haze, Acid Spray, which lowers the special defense by 2, and it gets access to one of the best moves in the game in Scald. And coupled with that special attack, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit hard. It gets access to Toxic Spikes, which is really cool for stacking purposes. You want to get rocks and Toxic Spikes and all that. Confused Ray if I want to be that guy, but probably not going to be that guy. And it gets access to Mirror Coat, so you can run like, I don't know, if you're like a tankier special set and try to like catch a like an electric type off guard, and run Mirror Coat and blow it back. And just like it gets access to Ice Beam, obviously, like most water types. And Dazzling, pretty cool to beat. What would Dazzling beat? I guess like a quad week to Fairy Mon. But yeah, Magico to bounce back hazards if you want to make those nice predictions. Reflect too, another Reflect Mon, interesting. And yeah, that's been Poison Stab with Sludge Bomb and Sludge Wave. But yeah, that's Tentacruel. Tentacruel is a very interesting Mon. Obviously, not being able to recover as a bulky water can be sometimes can be like a little shaky. But I think Cruel Summer can do the job, and I do like its speed plus its some of its attacks, and obviously Rapid Spin is very important, especially in League. You don't want to get stacked up. So next, we wanted some offense. We've been drafting a lot of Pokemon, so we wanted some offense with these next picks. So with this next pick, I decided to go with a fire type to complete my Fire Water Grass core in 4 picks. And we decided to go with Def Jam, the Infernape. Yes, Def Jam. Why did I draft Infernape? Well, I wanted a mod over 100 and 100 speed, 108. 108 is a nice little speed tier. Obviously, you can have speed all the hundreds, which is like a very common speed tier. And 105, I think it's somewhat common. So, but yeah, like, Infernape is just pretty sweet. Like, it gets almost every single move. Like, it gets coverage up the wazoo. I think the only type of coverage it doesn't get, and I'm not including hitting powers, pin powers in this, is like water and ice. And, you know, it shouldn't get water ice. It's a firefighting type move on. But it's one of the better mixed attackers in the game with 104 attack, 104 special attack. So my opponent has to prefer both. So I can run like either Flare Blitz 1 week, or I can run Fire Blast, depending on the matchup. And then it gets really nice priority in Vacuum Wave and Mach Punch. So it gets priority on both sides, which is pretty rare. And usable priority on both sides, I should say. That's pretty rare. I think Infernape is one of the few mons who can. It has access to beat its checks with Thunder Punch and Grass Knot. Thunder Punch especially is very useful with Iron Fist ability, so that's going to hurt even more. It has access to Earthquake to beat other fire types, and really good fighting stab in close combat. And on top of that, it gets my favorite thing, U-Turn, which is awesome. U-Turn is really good to get momentum, Fake Out, Endeavor, Stealth Rocks. Like, it gets a lot of cool moves. And I'm really excited to just like, Gunk Shot to beat fairies. But yeah, I really like this mon. I think it's really kind of underrated. I can't believe I got it 4th round. I think it was kind of like a little bit of a steal. It is a tier 1 mon, so I guess people wanted other tier 1 mons. But I'm just excited to try it out. I've never tried out Infernape, but I know it can like put in a serious amount of work. And I think it also does it get Swords Dance? Yeah, it gets Swords Dance and it gets Nasty Plot, which is really sweet. Next we drafted Infernape, and it's a really cool mon, really good. But I wanted some power. I wanted click this button and win the game kind of mon. And that's what I decided to do. I decided to go for one of the best Dragon Dance Sweepers in the format in Haxorus. Haxorus will be named K Moody 617 because when you look in my eyes on the showdown ladder, you see a Haxorus just staring down you. It is Shiny Haxorus because Shiny Haxorus is way better than regular Haxorus. And I basically got Haxorus because of Dragon Dance potential. Look at this attack stat, 147. We get that to +1. Woo, boy! And with its coverage, it gets Earthquake, it gets Dragon Claw, it gets Outrage, and you're probably gonna not run Dragon Claw and Outrage, maybe both if you want the power. But you can run Poison Jab and +1 Poison Jab from a max attack Haxorus. Whew. A lot of fairies going down. A lot of fairies, like, maybe I'm just thinking like too limitedly, but I feel like a lot of fairies are like very more death and special attack oriented. So like a physical Poison Jet from +1 Haxorus, that's gonna rip through any sort of fairy unless they like have the Keep It Berry or whatever. But Haxorus is like it's just like a devastating mon. Like, you know, come in and just win the game. Like, that's pretty much what you want to do. And with its ability Mold Breaker, it can neutralize abilities such as like the Rotom's Levitate. So Rotom's getting washed by Rotom is getting washed by an Earthquake. God, I'm so stupid. But also it gets some pretty cool coverage moves like Night Slash and Rock Slide, Shadow Claw, just in case, like Superpower, just in case you have to like situationally run a move. More likely than not, you're gonna run Dragon Dance, and then Dragon Claw, like Earthquake, and like Poison Jab. That's probably gonna what it's most likely gonna be. But having the option to like run Aqua Tail or run Brick Break or whatever, or Superpower, I guess would be a better choice. Actually, I don't know. Superpower might not be. X Scissor. A lot of those type of moves can really put in work against a team, and can mean the difference between sweeping a team or not sweeping a team. And other options that could be done with this is like a Choice Scarf variant, if you just want to come in and just rip a hole through a team. But it's a really good win con mon, and I'm happy I got it, and I started the Dragon Berry Steel Corp, which is not as fire as the Fire, Water, Grass Core on this team, but you'll see later why. But next, we wanted to get our Mega Evolution. I was eyeing this Mega. I was thinking I could get it, but I really just want to pull the trigger now, because after if I lost this Mega, then I would have been really like in a bad spot. So we got Mega Pidgeot. Mega Pidgeot will be named Dust. I don't know, because of the Dust Bowl. I don't know, I just called it that. I had really no other nicknames for it. But why did we draft Mega Pidgeot? First of all, look at his stats. 80 or above in everything. And then 121 speed, super nice speed tier to hit. A lot of mons, like a lot of drafts will have, I don't know, like probably like maybe 100, and then maybe like 110, and then maybe like 115 mon. But we're looking good with this 121 speed, 108 from Infernape, and then we got another speedster, 2 other speedsters in the back that you will see later. But Mega Pidgeot is known for one big thing, and it is Hurricane combined with the ability No Guard. No Guard, ooh, we ain't missing any Hurricanes. We don't gotta stress that. We can just click it. So Hurricane turns into a no downside stab 110 move that has a chance to confuse. That is wild. Like, that is like you could just come in, click Hurricane, and you just ripping a wall apart. And it also gets really cool move in Heat Wave, because dust comes the heat. It has access to defog. I probably wouldn't run defog as much, and I don't really want to on Mega Pidgeot. I kind of want the move slots, but you know, if it comes to it, it comes to it. It gets access to Quick Attack, kind of nice, and U-Turn. It's like you could easily run a set like this. What else? You could run Quick Attack and try to like knock something out, catch someone off a guard. But yeah, I mean, Mega Pidgeot, or at HP if you really wanted to. Mega Pidgeot, like, I mean, it's not like the most, it doesn't have like the deepest of move pools, but what it does have, it can really hit hard. There are not a lot of Hurricane switch-ins. There just isn't. And then, I mean, like, we've been drafting mons with a lot of deep move pools. We have Infernape and Mew, two of the most deepest of deep move pool sets. So I really just wanted to like I really didn't want to focus on like coverage, and I just wanted to focus on just hard hitting mons. And that's what I got with both Haxorus and Mega Pidgeot. And I'm really excited to try out Mega Pidgeot. It looks cool. I don't really usually have a lot of like offensive flying types on my teams. Usually because I draft like Mandibuzz, and I'm trying to I try to get like most types. So I don't really get like a lot of mons with like Brave Bird or like Hurricane and stuff like that. So I'm personally, on a personal level, excited to use. So next, we wanted a Witch Professor. We got sniped on this pick. I'll be honest, I wanted Audino, but they got picked, and I can't be too salty about it. I mean, Audino's a good mon, but we decided to dip into tier 5, and we decided to go with Mubba. Word to my mother, the Kangaskhan. Yes. So we got Kangaskhan primarily because of Wish. It is a very useful move to have, especially Wish Protect. You know, mostly if you run Wish, you're probably going to run Protect too. But it gets also some pretty cool coverage moves as well. So it gets Circle Throw, which basically forces the opponent to switch. And then it gets Earthquake, Drain Punch, Stab, Fake Out, which is always nice. You know, some coverage moves out here. Outrage, that's pretty cool. Mother's Outrage. Shadow Claw to hit ghost types, though it does have Scrappy. Thunder Punch, Thunder, Surf, like a lot of like random coverage moves. Like normal mons get like coverage moves up the wazoo. Double edge could be useful, like Witch Protect, Double Edge, and like coverage or circle throw or something weird like that. But its stats distribution is pretty good. 95 attack, 105 HP, 80 special defense, and 80 defense. 105, 80, 80, really solid. With 90 speed, again, really solid too for a defensive mod. Its special attack obviously kind of sucks, but like whatever. But it's just nice stats across the board, and I think I have it like nicely protected from like fighting mons with like Muty and Tentacool. So yeah, I'm not like so worried about like a fighting type blowing me back, but it's this nice Wish Passer to have. I wish I learned Baton Pass so I could do like Wish Baton Pass, but I know, but like beggars can't be choosers, right? Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I thought this thing got Heal Bell, and it doesn't. That was kind of an oversight on my part. I didn't realize it until like kind of more so after the draft. But that's just my bad. That's bad prep on my part. But yeah, Kangaskhan, wishing and passing, and hopefully being bulky as hell. So next, we decided we wanted to get another Stealth Rocker, so Muty doesn't have to Stealth Rock it up every single game. So we wanted to get a old reliable friend of ours in Golden Tee the Piloswine. Yes, Piloswine. I've had Piloswine in a lot of drafts, and I think it's a really it's a really awesome mon, because if you slap in a Violite on this mon and you double its defense and its def, like that, it's pretty bulky, and it's an interesting typing in Ice and Ground. It's somewhat like Mamoswine in the sense that like it could hit really hard. I mean, obviously it's the pre-evolution of Mamoswine. 100 attack is respectable for a more defensively inclined Pokemon. Though I guess the Violite max attack, max HP kind of set is pretty common, but it's got nice stab combination in Ice and Ground. Stab, Earthquake, always useful in the format. Icicle Crash, and the ever so awesome Ice Shard for priority, and then Stealth Rocks. That's a pretty common set to run, and it's a pretty effective set too. You can really build it out and make it a special tank. You can make it a special defensive tank. You can make it a special defensive tank. And you could even make it a more offensive-oriented mon, because 100, while like not like super great for an offensive mon, is pretty good. A 100 maxed out with like this stat combination, it's gonna be hard switching. I'm excited to use it again. It also, as a ground type, gives me a nice Volt Switch immunity, and because it's one of the few, in my opinion, it's one of the few like ground mons that like also don't get blown back by an HP. Like that happens a lot. Like you draft Garchomp, right, and you're like, all right, I have like a Volt Switch immunity, but like those electric mons are gonna run HP Ice, you know what I mean? And like Rhyperior, same deal. They're gonna run like HP Water or HP Grass or like something like that. Like so like it is an immunity, but it isn't. But like Piloswine doesn't necessarily have that same problem. I mean, it has other problems, but it's like you know what I mean? Hopefully you do. But it has a nice ability too, and Thick Fat. Great ability. It basically makes fire and ice type, or in this case mostly ice, fire type moves neutral, and same with ice. So happy to have Golden Tee on the team, and can't wait to use it. So next we have another very familiar face, and this mon we got because we wanted speed and we wanted typing, and we get Helioisk. Yes, and Helioisk with me and Gash Bell. Gash Bell is very familiar to the team. I really like Gash Bell. It is a nice electric type, and although its stats kind of trash HP, trash attack, and trash defense, it's got very nice speed, special stat, and special defense stat. It has access to Stab, Hyper Voice, and it gets access to not only Volt Switch, but it gets access to U-Turn, which is really cool because we don't have to be feared about getting blocked. And then it has also access to Surf, which is pretty cool, and Dragon Pulse, Dark Pulse. It has a lot of coverage. Grass Knot to beat ground types, to beat the bigger boy ground types, I suppose. But it also has access to 3 different pretty useful abilities, in my opinion. Sandvel. If I was running a sand team, it would be better, but Sandvel, Dry Skin, and Solar Power. Most likely, I'm going to run Dry Skin the most. dry skin basically allows it to be like certain water types, like even like tentacle to a lesser extent. No, tentacle could, I guess, run more physical, but it could be like really like the really bulky water types, like an Almolda or like something like that, or a Vaporeon, like those kind of mons that are like the kind of bulky waters that are like Wish, Protect, Scald, and Toxic or whatever. Like you basically have to run Toxic or something like that. Like they have to be really careful with Helioisk, and that's why I liked it. I mean, it can't take like physical hits for shit, but like whatever. Like most electric types just can't. Like most good electric types are like really frail, or I shouldn't say that because Zapdos is not frail. But yeah, that's why I drafted Helioisk. I just like it, and I like its speed. So with our last 2 picks, we had to take I believe a tier 5 and a tier 6 because we did pick an S tier. So with our next pick, we picked tier 5. What we needed on our team, typings we don't have: Bug, Fairy, Rock, Steel. Kind of just trying to get those, honestly, and I got all of them. So for our next pick, tier 5 pick, we picked Riombee, and Riombee will be don't be whack. Why did we draft Riombee? Honestly, because of the speed and the typing. Like, I don't think Riombee is a good mon, but I like it. I hope to prove myself wrong. It's special attack 95, and which can be like maybe good if you run like choice specs, because you can probably run choice specs on a lot of teams, a lot of mons. We run choice specs, Moonblast, and maybe even like Energy Ball or something like that. And it doesn't get a lot of coverage, but what are you gonna do? Energy Ball, like Psychic, and trying to find another set that I can run. Let's see. What else? Oh wow, maybe like an HP or whatever. Let's say HP Fire. You could run something like that, or you could even run like, if you don't want to run it, you can run like Focus Sash, right? And if my opponent doesn't have any sort of priority, run Focus Sash, Quiver Dance, and maybe put in some work. I don't know. I'm kind of excited to use it. I just wanted a fairy so my opponents, whoever have a dragon type, can't just be like, alright, whatever, free Dracos all day, baby. They at least have to kind of prepare for Riombee, and kind of take that into consideration when building. And that's all that matters, really. I could bring Riombee once or twice. I can bring Riombee to every game. I can bring Riombee to no games. It's just there. Yes, it's just there. So, next, we had to pick a tier 6. Kind of wanted a Steel type, kind of wanted a Rock type. And we got both. We got Bastiodon. And a Bastiodon will be called 8 Lids. And why do we get Bastiodon? Literally because of this move, Metal Burst. And if hit by attack, return damage 1.5. It has access to Metal Burst and Sturdy, which is pretty cool. And it also has access to Rock Blast, Rock Slide, Stealth Rocks, Toxic. And does it get like any sort of recovery? Magic Coat, kind of cool. It does get Taunt. That's pretty cool. So it gets Taunt, Stealth Rocks, Metal Burst. It can't be poisoned because it's Steel type. So don't have to worry about like if I want to run Metal Burst and be like, oh, I'm gonna fake him out with like a Toxic, and just like keep on Toxicing him while he Metal Burst. Like, no. So I can run like Taunt, Metal Burst, which would be kind of sweet. It's got amazing defense and Spidef amazing, but everything else is trash, like booty, butt cheeks trash. But it's cool, man. That completes my Fairy Steel Dragon Core of Haxorus, Riombee, and Bastiodon. I bet you nobody's had that in League, but bet no one's even came close to having that in League except for if they drafted Haxorus. But yeah, that's the squad. The squad is looking really good. I'm really excited to use it. I do really like Muty Tangrowth. I really like my first 6 picks. So Mew, Tangrowth, these 6. I in theory could bring these 6 to like every game. I mean, it could work geometry wise, like a geometry of a team. Last 6 or last 5, a little shaky, a little situational. I mean, Gash Bell is pretty good, but these 4, Riombee, Bastiodon, Kangaskhan, and even Golden Tea to a lesser extent, are like way more matchup specific. I shouldn't say way more matchup specific. But yeah, that's the squad. Let me know what nickname do you guys like most. Do you like Muty, Carbs, Cruel Summer, Def Jam. Cause we blazing. Hopefully, people who played Def Jam Vendetta get the reference. K Moody 617, Dust, Mother, Golden Tee, Gash Bell, Don't Be Whack, and Lids. Yes, that is Westchester Weavils team for JBA Season 6. Our first opponent is Tom Core of the Vancouver Kyogres, and that match will go up next week. I haven't played him. I'm actually supposed to play him pretty soon. So hopefully we take a W, but you never know. It's Pokemon, and that's why this game is exciting. So that about wraps it up. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Moody, and I'll see you guys later. Peace!